Hi guys, Arthur here from Homeowner DIY. Today what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to replace a PRV, a pressure reducing valve. So a pressure reducing valve is on your water main coming into the house. I was actually going to do another video for you guys, and when I went to check the water pressure, that is when I saw my gauge telling me that it's 120 pounds. So in a house, at least domestically here, it's about 65, 70 pounds. The pressure from the street is about 110, 120. So when I turned on my gauge to check the water pressure, it was telling me that I had 120 pounds and my hose bib in the back. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the setup. I'm going to go through the couple of hose bibs and the laundry, show you the pressures, explain what is happening, why it's happening, and then we'll do material and tools. Alright guys, this is our setup. So our water main comes in from the bottom and 90s up. This valve here is the main shut off for the entire house. So if you shut this valve off, you'll shut off your hot and your cold. So what I did here was I put in a 3/4 by half T, and this goes out to the hose bib in front. So this is still the city side, and then this is our PRV, our pressure reducing valve. So this down here is 120, and this should be up here about 65 or 70 pounds. But what I'll do now is I'll go to the front hose bib, which is this. This is a high pressure hose bib, so this will be city pressure. We'll go to the laundry, and then we'll go to the rear hose bib, and then we'll take a look at our pressures. Alright, so this is our front hose bib. This is a high pressure hose bib. This has been tied in before the PRV. But what we'll do is we'll turn on the hose bib and see our pressure, which will be city pressure. So right now it is about 115 pounds. Alright guys, so we are going to check the pressure at our laundry. I'm connected to the hot side. It makes no difference if you're hot on the hot or the cold, because the PRV reduces the pressure down in the entire house. And here we have about 110 pounds. So guys, if you're not sure if your hose bib is high pressure or not, you can always put a gauge onto your laundry here, and that'll be another way to test the pressure. Alright, so this is our hose bib in the back. This is tied in before the PRV, so this should be domestic pressure of 65-70. And we are at 120 pounds. So the front hose bib, which is a high pressure hose bib, is city pressure, which is fine. The laundry and this one are both saying the same thing. That means the PRV is no longer working. Alright, so this is our set screw here. You can see where the nut was before. So I have unscrewed this far out, and what that is doing is it's reducing the pressure. It'll make the pressure go down. But even after loosening this off significantly, because this is like a ½ inch, the pressure is still the same, which means this PRV is no longer working properly. Alright, this is our materials list. So I have my PEX tray. I think I only need a couple 3/4 rings. I have 3/4 pipe. This is the replacement PRV pressure reducing valve. That is the union off it. What I'm doing here is I'm going to replace the PRV with basically an exact replacement, because I did the calculation last time. Guys, at the end of the video, I'll explain how to size a PRV. I'm not going to do it right now. And then we have pipe dope or thread compound, and then we have Teflon tape there. Guys, this is all that I need for this job. So what we'll do now is the tools list. Alright guys, this is our tools list. So I've got PEX cutters, ring cutters, Robertson screwdriver, pressure gauge, close quarter, 3/4 crimpers, 10-inch crescent wrench, big pair of channel locks, and then I have my pouch with just various hand tools in case I need them. Guys, this is what I need for tools for this job. So let's get started. Alright, the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one tile. So I removed all these tiles back a long time ago, because when I replaced the PRV last time, it was all in ½ inch, so I decided to upsize into 3/4 so I'd get 4 times more flow out of it. Okay, so our PEX goes up in the 90s back towards the back side of the house. So with that done, what I'm going to do is we'll shut the water off. And now I'm going to go upstairs. I'm going to turn on both the hot and the cold just to drain out the system. And then I'll come back. And what we're going to do is we're going to loosen this nut off here first. So what I'm going to do is I need to loosen this nut off here. So guys, there's more than likely water that's going to be inside because we're coming back down. So from here to the top, there's going to be water. So I'm just going to grab a towel because I don't know how much water there's going to be. And then we'll just try to soak up the water that we can. So now one thing, as I always say, as stuff gets older, it has a knack for breaking more easily. So what I'm going to do is with my crescent wrench, I'm going to back wrench the copper. And then with the channel locks, I'm going to undo the uni nut. Alright, with the uni nut now loosened off, the vertical piece of PEX, I'm going to cut it in the middle. And here is our old PRV. Okay, so this is the O-ring off the union here, and this also gives you a chance to see the stop and drain for the outside hose bib here. But because this is pretty much an exact replacement, this could be reused, but I'm going to use the new one because this one has been in service for probably 10 years now. Alright guys, this is the old O-ring. That is a new one. They fit perfectly. So this is our old PRV. This is our new one. You see the arrow for the direction of flow. So what I need to now do is I need to take this off. We'll cut this ring off as well. And we're going to reuse this part here. Okay, so to take this off, there's two surfaces here that I'm going to put my channel locks here and then my crescent wrench here. Alright, so we'll cut just above the fitting. And now we'll cut the ring off. Alright, so there's our fitting. Clean off the old Teflon tape. So because this is white tape, we need to wrap it at least 6 times. And then we have our pipe compound, and you don't need much, just a skim coat will be more than enough. So even that is fine. Alright, so our arrow is pointing up, so this will be on the outlet side. And now I'll just tighten it back on like the previous one was done. Alright, so that looks good. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the piece of PEX off the 90 at the top, cut the ring off, and then I'm going to crimp a new piece coming down. Okay, so I'm going to cut this pipe off I'll cut the ring off. I'm going to crimp my new piece on, so it's going to come down. And then I'll put the new PRV back on. Guys, once again, this is the stop and drain. So this is a globe style. And then it has the cap on the side to drain out the hose bib from the front of the house. Okay, so we have our new O-ring. It's going to go on the union. My main stop is actually, it's holding tight. I thought it wasn't from when I did my laundry box video, but you don't see any water coming down, so it's good to see that it's still holding tight. And guys, be incredibly careful they don't hit this valve open, because 3/4 pipe at 130 pounds will get you soaking wet pretty quick. Alright, so what we'll do is connect our PEX. That looks alright right there. Alright, with everything connected, crimped back together, now we have to open the valve. So guys, as I always say, you want to open this slowly. So I have closed the hose bib and the faucet upstairs. Okay, so I'm going to wait until the PRV is silent. You don't hear water flowing anymore, so I'm going to wait here until that happens. Also, what you're paying attention for is for leaks. So, leak here, the threaded that we redid, and the 2 crimps are possible places for leaks. But I'll wait until our water stops flowing so I know the system's pressurized. Alright, now everything is silent, so we're going to check for leaks. So run your finger here, that looks alright. That looks alright. And then the crimp here and here, those are... The only way you're going to have a leak with a crimp is either your crimp is crooked or your crimpers are not set properly. But everything here looks good. So what we'll do now is open the water the rest of the way. So what we have to do now is we have to go and check our pressure. So I'm going to take the gauge. I'm going to throw it onto the hose bib in the back and we'll see what the pressure is. And then using this screw here, this will be to adjust the pressure. So oh, it's already backed off here a little bit, but we'll go see what the pressure is, and then we're going to get into that 65-70 pound range. Alright guys, this is our hose bib. So I'm going to open the hose bib first. You're going to hear some air come out. Once there's a clean flow of water, that's when I'll put the gauge on. Okay, looks good. Alright, we'll turn our water on. And we are right at 65 pounds, so no adjustment is necessary. But what I will do, I am going to go and tighten that nut down so the adjustment screw locks in place. Alright, so the nut right here, let's just tighten that up. And then with the crescent wrench, and that should be good right there. Alright, so the pressure is now 65 pounds. Everything looks good, no leaks, nothing like that. So what I'll do is I'll put this back up right now on my own. Alright guys, so that concludes this job. So as I said during the material portion, for a PRV, these things are sized for fixture units. So a kitchen sink, a bath sink, toilet, tub, shower, hose bibs, laundry, they will all have different fixture loads. I can't tell you what those fixture loads are because they may be different in your area, and even in my time in plumbing, how many times has water pipe fixture loads changed? But I will tell you this, if you have the opportunity to get a 50 unit PRV over a 30, just go with the bigger one, because at least here in Canada we size everything to maximum load. What that means is everything is running at the same time, and that is the way you'll size out your main, your water pipe, your water heater, everything. One other thing is, if you have a 3/4 water main like I do here, don't ever buy a 1/2 inch PRV and then try to reduce or adapt it into a bigger size of pipe, because you're gonna lose four times of flow, because 1/2 inch pipe is smaller than 3/4. So make sure that you get a 3/4 PRV for the 3/4 main, a 1 inch PRV for 1 inch, 1/2 inch for 1/2 inch. One other thing that you can do is you can always look online for fixture loads if you're unsure, but it is better just to get a PRV that is too big than one that is too small. The time on this job, the time was about an hour and a half. I went step by step, drain out the system, refill, do everything that you need to do. And guys, as I've said this on my other videos, when you refill your house, make sure that you crack the valve open and give it time to slowly refill, because as things get older, that linear expansion, you can develop pinhole leaks, and the last thing you want to do is now go fix something else because you're in a rush to fill up the place too fast so you could go do whatever, go about your day. The cost of this job, the cost was about $95. The PRV was just under 90. The couple rings and then the pipe I had, but those were, you know, negligible. But this job here, at least this was 10 years ago, this was about $400. So now a PRV is probably around $600, and you're not even spending $100 on the material itself. So, I mean, for you to do this yourself, you're saving a substantial amount of money. One other thing is, if your PRV isn't working anymore, that is going to put more pressure on your pipes, your water heater, your fixtures, your faucets, everything. Guys, if you notice that this thing isn't working properly anymore, fix it as soon as you can. Don't leave it. The last time I checked this, I actually did a video for my channel last year in March. So at the most, this thing has been just over a year. But the last thing you want is to never check your water pressure and then have a PRV that's not working for so many years, because it's going to create other problems down the road. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you learned something. I hope something here is going to help you on your project when you need to go ahead and do that. Guys, till next time, please hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next project.